Rework, a transformative guide to doing business differently. Ever feel like everything you've been told about running a business is outdated or just plain wrong? Let me share a refreshingly simple, yet profoundly effective blueprint for success in the modern world. This isn't for corporate suits or MBAs. It's for creators, entrepreneurs, and anyone ready to question the rules and carve their own path. Let's dive into how you can change the way you work and succeed. The conventional approach to business is broken. You don't need an MBA, a fancy office, or a massive team to succeed. Instead, focus on simplicity, clarity, and action. I've seen firsthand how rejecting outdated practices and embracing a lean, practical philosophy can transform a business. My goal is to share how you can apply this mindset and thrive. 1. Start before you're ready. You don't need a perfect plan to start. Over-planning leads to procrastination and stagnation. Instead, take action now, even if your idea isn't fully formed. Real progress happens when you're doing the work, not just thinking about it. The idea of starting before you're ready isn't about being reckless. It's about recognizing that the perfect time rarely exists. Many people fall into the trap of endless preparation, using it as a safety net to avoid the fear of failure. However, progress comes from doing. Imagine building a prototype or launching a basic version of your idea. It doesn't need to be grand or complete. By taking that first step, you invite feedback, uncover potential improvements, and gain momentum. Remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. Let your actions teach you and guide your next moves. 2. Stay small and nimble. Small teams are faster, more agile, and more connected. Avoid the inefficiencies of large organizations. When you keep your team and goals small, you can move quickly and focus on what truly matters. Smaller teams communicate better, make decisions faster, and adapt to change more efficiently. They're free from the layers of bureaucracy that often plague larger groups. For example, think about how a team of 3 can decide on a new direction in minutes, while a larger group might need weeks of meetings. Staying small isn't about limiting ambition, it's about remaining flexible and focused. When you're nimble, you can pivot quickly in response to market demands or unexpected challenges, giving you a competitive edge in an ever-changing world. 3. Embrace constraints. Constraints force creativity. Having less time, money, or resources can actually work to your advantage. Use what you have to focus on what's essential. When you're working with limited resources, you're forced to think critically and creatively. Constraints help you eliminate distractions and prioritize the core of your idea. For example, if you're developing a product with a tight budget, you'll naturally focus on the features that provide the most value. Constraints foster innovation by pushing you to solve problems in ways you wouldn't consider if you had unlimited options. Instead of seeing limitations as roadblocks, view them as opportunities to refine and improve. 4. Progress over perfection. Waiting for perfection is a trap. If you delay launching until everything is flawless, you'll never get started. Instead, release something functional and iterate based on real feedback. This principle is about embracing the concept of iteration. Think of your work as a living entity that evolves over time. Your first version doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. By launching early, you can gather invaluable feedback from real users, which helps you make meaningful improvements. Remember, even the most successful products and businesses started with humble beginnings. Progress isn't about doing everything at once, it's about taking one step at a time and improving along the way. Workaholism is not a virtue. Working long hours doesn't guarantee success. Overworking leads to burnout, poor decisions, and a lack of creativity. Focus on results, not hours. Many people equate working long hours with dedication, but this mindset is counterproductive. Overworking drains your energy, diminishes your health, and stifles creativity. Instead, aim for a balanced approach. Prioritize tasks that yield the highest impact and learn to say no to unnecessary commitments. Your productivity will soar when you're well-rested and mentally sharp. Workaholism is often a sign of inefficiency, not effectiveness. Focus on quality over quantity, and you'll achieve better results while maintaining your well-being. 6. Be a curator, not a hoarder. Less is more. Strip away the non-essential and focus on what truly adds value. Think like a curator. Carefully select what aligns with your mission and discard the rest. In business and life, clutter, whether physical or metaphorical, distracts and dilutes focus. Curation is about intentionality. Instead of trying to do or offer everything, concentrate on the core elements that truly matter. This applies to your products, services, and even your personal schedule. By eliminating the unnecessary, you create room for excellence. Your customers and clients will appreciate the clarity and purpose behind your choices, and you'll feel more in control of your direction. 7. Marketing is about teaching. Marketing isn't about flashy ads. It's about sharing your expertise and building trust. Teach, inspire, and connect with your audience by providing value. Education is a powerful form of marketing. When you share your knowledge, you establish credibility and foster trust with your audience. Instead of focusing on selling, focus on helping. For example, a blog post that solves a common problem for your audience is far more effective than a traditional ad. Teaching builds long-term relationships and positions you as a go-to expert in your field. By providing value up front, you attract loyal customers who respect and trust your brand. 8. Ignore the competition. Don't waste energy obsessing over what others are doing. Focus on what makes you unique and how you can serve your customers better. Constantly watching your competitors can distract you from your own goals. Instead, channel that energy into refining your offerings and understanding your customers. Differentiation comes from focusing on your unique strengths and delivering unmatched value. When you ignore the noise and stay true to your vision, you create a brand that stands out. Remember, success isn't about being better than others. It's about being authentic and relevant to the people you serve. 9. Build an audience. An engaged audience is more valuable than any marketing budget. Create content that resonates with your customers and fosters genuine connections. Building an audience takes time, but it's worth the effort. By sharing valuable content and interacting with your followers, you create a community that supports and advocates for your brand. Consistency and authenticity are key. Whether through social media, email newsletters, or events, nurture your audience with meaningful interactions. Over time, your audience becomes your most powerful asset, driving word-of-mouth marketing and sustained growth. 10. Say no. Not every opportunity is worth pursuing. Learning to say no is essential for protecting your time and focus. It's about having the discipline to prioritize what aligns with your vision. Saying no can be challenging, especially when opportunities seem promising. However, every yes comes with a cost, time, energy, and focus. By setting boundaries and staying true to your goals, you ensure that your resources are dedicated to what truly matters. Saying no isn't about closing doors, it's about opening the right ones. Protect your priorities and let your mission guide your decisions. For entrepreneurs, this approach saves time and frustration. Simplify your offerings, focus on customer experience, and avoid common pitfalls. For teams, streamline collaboration and productivity with fewer meetings, clearer priorities, and more autonomy. A small, focused team gets more done. For individuals, challenge the status quo, take control of your career, and focus on meaningful work. Apply these principles in your own life and see the difference. This is your invitation to rethink the way you work and live. Reject outdated norms and embrace a simpler, more effective approach to success. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a team leader, or an individual, these ideas will transform the way you think about work. Are you ready to rework your approach and achieve more with less?